Hey, what is up guys? Welcome back to another video. Another company sent me out a microphone. These companies really like sending me these microphones to review, so we're gonna check it out in a review today. We're gonna be seeing what it sounds like. We're gonna be comparing it to some other alternatives out there that are more expensive and seeing what kind of bang you can get for your buck here. This microphone, I think, is kind of meant to be like an alternative or replacement to the Blue Yeti, at least this brand's microphone. The cool thing about some of these microphones that you can't get with some of the other microphones that are using XLR and things like that is it has a mute button, different patterns to play around with. So if you want to do different areas, like if you have the mic in the middle and two people on the sides or something like that, it also has a volume button for your headphones and stuff like that, which is cool. So it's very similar in terms of how it looks to the Blue Yeti. Let's go ahead and unbox this bad boy and see what's going on. How the hell do we open it? All right, so you gotta go like this, one of these ones. Okay, kind of an interesting, whoa, we got a lot of smells going on. We got some basic directions down there. Probably don't need those. Got an interesting box here, and here we go. It's kind of already put in this interesting stand. That's kind of cool. Oh, nice. It's got a nice like rubberized grips down here to keep it kind of, if you could see, it's got a nice kind of ability to stay like that. We got some cords and we got an adapter, little pin thing, so it can screw on to your stand. Kind of hard to get out of there though. Get out of there, y'all bitch. All right, there we go. And it looks like that. So, looks like we got everything out of the box. Kind of interesting unboxing experience. And it kind of reminds me of like the old like Beats headphones unboxing experience or something like that. And this is what the microphone looks like. Looks just like the package, and it's kind of about the same size of the Blue Yeti. Has the same kind of connection down here as well. And a headphone jack and the mic controls, and we have cardioid and other options. We're gonna put that on a cardioid, which is gonna be the one that looks kind of like an upside down heart. And then we have the mute button. It's kind of we got that there, and yeah, so overall it looks pretty nice. Very squirrely here. We could tighten that up a bit, just like so, and yeah, that's a little bit better. So these kind of microphones, these cardioid microphones, what you're gonna be wanting to do is having it pretty close to your face, so probably something like this. We're gonna put a little bit of a pop filter on there and then try it without a pop filter as well to see what it sounds like. So let's go ahead and get over to the studio, shall we? After we unbox this.
All right, guys, so this is what the microphone sounds like without a pop filter, without any settings on OBS. I did have to adjust the microphone gain on my computer in the kind of section on Windows where you could do that. I did reduce the gain by about 20, and you can do that in OBS as well. You don't really want it to be peaking. You want it to be right in that 15 to 10 yellow range for it to sound good. So what do you guys think the microphone sounds like right now? Let's do some pop testing right now. Bill for Piper gets pizza pretty quickly, and pipe. So the one thing I do like about the microphone, it does have a nice look and feel to it. Honestly, when I was looking at the website and it had kind of this curvedness to it, I wasn't a huge fan of that. But now that it's here, I actually don't mind it. And I do like the black appearance. Blue Yeti always had like this silver, shiny kindness to it. And it kind of stands out and gets in the way more of like, you're just kind of overall vision. But this one being black and kind of nondescript does kind of have a better kind of feel to it, I think. I like that about it. So this is now what it sounds like with a windscreen attached to it. I also do have a pop filter, but I don't really feel like testing both of them. I do think these are better to use just in terms of general YouTube filming and stuff like that, especially if you're putting your face on the screen. You don't want to have this huge pop filter all over the place because it does kind of make it look bad. But this is what it sounds like right here. We could also test out some of the other patterns. It is on the back here. I kind of would have preferred it to be on the front and then the headphones on the back. It's just my little thing. You also have a mute, which is going to be nice for gaming. So here's a different kind of thing. This should be getting everything around in a circle. And we have another pattern right here, which is kind of like people talking like this, I would think. And another pattern where it's more just like this and not like right here. So it does have a wide variety of options. For most people, though, that are doing YouTube and voice acting and close-up work like this, the cardioid pattern will be sufficient. And like I said, it looks like an up-down heart. All right, now we have a X2 Stellar. A company actually just asked me to review that one as well. If you want to see that video, check out that one. But now we're doing a $200 XLR kind of cable microphone. Now this one doesn't have any of the same settings where they're muting and changing the different patterns and stuff like that, but it should have a little bit better quality. So I did adjust the gain to the same thing and not using any filters. So which one do you think sounds better? Do you think this sounds twice as good as the other microphone or not? Does it sound 50% better? I'm curious to hear your thoughts in the comments down below. Now let's go ahead and step it up a notch and try out a $450 microphone, see how it compares to the original Fine microphone. All right guys, now we have the RE20, which is a $450 microphone. Which one do you think sounds better? This one, I did have to boost up the gain because I was too lazy to plug in the cloud lifter to get that clean gain. So I'm going to have to boost it up a little bit in post-production, which shouldn't be a huge issue though. Range for it to sound good. So what do you guys think the microphone sounds like right now? All right, now we have a X2 Stellar. A company actually just asked me to review that one as well, or not. Does it sound 50% better? I'm curious to hear your thoughts in the comments down below. All right, guys, so in summation, what do I think of the Fine Studio microphone? Is it, worth the money? Is it a good purchase? Overall, I find the microphone very similar to the Blue Yeti that I had a couple years ago. You're going to have to be a little careful with some of the kind of initial startup. You're going to want to turn that gain down 20 points or so, and then once you do, you should be able to get a pretty good experience with the microphone. It does sound pretty bassy, a little thicker and a little bit more muddled than some of the more expensive microphones on this list that I did test, and it doesn't have some of that dynamic range. However, I do think it sounds good for most people and should be a sufficient microphone for the price. You're only going to start noticing minute differences, once you go past that initial point. I think one thing I did notice with the microphone is that when I put that pop filter on it, it did significantly kind of reduce the sound and kind of reduce how good it sounded. So you might not want to use a windscreen like that, or you might want to get a thinner one, or you can use some kind of pop filter that attaches to your microphone stand or something like that. The only bad thing is you're going to have to deal with the look and kind of feel of what those look like. So anyways, guys, those are my impressions on the Fine Studio microphone. If you want to purchase the microphone, it will be linked down in the description down below. All right, guys, see you on the next one very soon.